So in this video we'll discuss about Kendra adipathi dosha. So it is also considered one of the most controversial topic in Vedic astrology, and it does not affect all the lagnas and also all the planets. It is only for the natural Kendra sthanas in the Kala Purusha Kundali. That means Mercury and Jupiter are the most affected. Venus is the least affected. Okay, so in this way, if suppose we'll see the lagna, we'll see with an example. So the lagna, suppose if you have the Gemini lagna, and because the fourth Kendra is Mercury, because it is also the lagna lord, it is not so much affected. Okay, so the next is Jupiter, and also the Jupiter, the 10th lord, 7th and 10th lord. So these are the two planets in the 7th and 10th Kendras gets affected a lot. Okay, so when it get affected, we have to see when it gets affected, when the dosha gets nullified. Okay, the first example is, suppose if the lagna is in the Gemini and the Jupiter, it is in its own house without any affliction. Okay, so that means it has got its sthana bala, and also it is in the Kendra. A Kendra adipathi should not be in the Kendra, because even the natural benefics, if it is in a Kendra, the Parashara says it will lose its benefic nature. He does not say it is malefic. The natural benefic will lose its benefic nature. And also in regards to with regard to the Kendra dosha, if it is in the if the planet is strengthened more, if it gets more strength, then the dosha will be very severe. So where are the places it gets more strength? If it is in the sthana bala, like own house, and also ucha sthana. Okay, so these are the places. Or if it is in its most friendly houses, like Guru Mangala, Jupiter here, so these are the places it gets more strength. Okay, and the more it gets strength, the more the dosha is going to affect. Okay, so what will happen? What are the effects of this Kendra adipathi dosha? If you are married in the Rahu dasha, as soon as the Jupiter dasha starts, if the dosha is severe, it will divorce, it will create a separation. And also it depends upon the age also. If you are staying with the parents, it will create a separation from the family. Okay, so the main thing is the separation. If you are married, it is from the family will not be then. Or if you are married for a long time, then you will not have a children. You can see this example in the Jayalalitha's chart, ex-CM, Tamil Nadu CM, Jayalalitha's chart. She has Jupiter in the 7th house, and also it is not in conjunction with any planet, and also not afflicted. So what happens? She did not get married, or did not give her a marriage. Okay, so that is the thing. So what now we have seen how it is going to affect, what are the ways it will affect. Now we'll see the different ways how the dosha can gets nullified and it will not affect. Suppose we'll take the same lagna, okay, Gemini. Okay, and now if the Jupiter loses its strength, it's like it should get its strength in the indirect way, like Nicha Bhanga. Okay, suppose if it is in the Jupiter, if it is in the 8th house, okay, and it is Nicha Sthana here, so this is a very good placement. Okay, and also because it will give his 5th aspect to the 12th, so that means he will travel abroad, and also 7th aspect to the 2nd house. So that means his dana, his second house of family wealth will be very good, because it is aspecting. And also it is in the directly lost strength and indirectly gained strength because of Nicha Bhanga. Okay, because it is in the Dustan house, 8th house, and also it is in the lost is complete sthana bala, so it becomes minus into minus, it becomes positive. It can also sit in the Jupiter Venus house, because it is considered the most inimical or enemy to the Jupiter, and also together with the Venus, or together with the Saturn, because it should be afflicted. Okay, so in that case the most malefic planets are Saturn, most malefic, Mars is half malefic, and Rahu and Ketu. And also here we consider Venus also, because it is, even though it is a natural benefic, it is the enemic, it is written, it consider Venus as its enemy, so it loses its strength over there. Okay, so it can sit over here or sit over here, the place it can get placed over here, Jupiter and Venus. So the Lagna is here, so it is in the 12th house, which is a Dusthana house, so Sthana Bala is null, and also with the conjunction of Venus, so it loses its strength to a great extent, so the dosha gets nullified here, so it will not harm during the Jupiter Dasha. Okay, so let us see another example. Let us take the Lagna here, and also Jupiter, the 4th Kendra, 7th Kendra is Mercury, and also the 10th Kendra is Mercury. Okay, because of the Lagna Lord is also Jupiter, so the dosha is not severe for Jupiter. And also now the same thing applies to the Mercury. Suppose the Mercury, if it is in its own house, I have seen many people, the Lagna is Dhanur or Pisces. If the Mercury it is exalted, that means doesn't mean that the planet is more strengthened, it gives more dosha. That means the education, Mercury controls the education, the Karaka is completely affected. Okay, he will not even he will not know what max is, or even he would not have studied more than 5th or 6th, like that. So the Karaka for the education is completely affected. Suppose that will affect only if the Mercury is strengthened. Okay, here it is Uchasthana, so that is how it will affect. Okay, so or if it is in friendly planet, okay, here together with this in the sun's house, so it affects only the planet which is not in conjunct or affliction with any planet. Okay, if it is sitting alone in the friendly house or ucha, or in the friendly house or own house, so the dosha will be very severe. Suppose so we'll also discuss now with the same Lagna. So when this Mercury can give a very good result. Okay, suppose if it is, let it sit in its suppose if it is sitting in the 6th house. Okay, and if it's together with if it is with the sun, the dosha will be more, because it's a very the strength is getting more and more. Suppose it is with the Mars, Moon, then the dosha gets nullified, because it is sitting in the 6th house, and also it's lost its Sthana Bala, and also with the imical, it's enemy planets. Suppose why I told if it is with the sun, because the strength of the planet gets more and more, and also the Karaka, the Adipatya. Okay, the Adipathi, 6th bhavas, what are the things that control 6th bhavas? Enemy, and debts, loan, and all these things will increase even the disease, so he'll get during that Mercury, if it is together with the Venus or Mercury, Sun, like that. So if it is with the enemy planet and also in the 6th house, that means it is not in a place, it will nullify the dosha, and the bad effects will not be there. Suppose if it is in the 8th house, and together, like I said before, Saturn can be in conjunction, Mars also can be in conjunction, Rahu and Ketu. Here Mars, okay, we already considered Mars because it is very inimical and also enemy planet to the Mercury. It can also sit in its Nicha Sthana. The best way is sitting in the Nicha Sthana and affliction with other planets, so the dosha gets nullified. Suppose we see here, Lagna is here, and also it gets Nicha Sthana here, it's lost its Sthana Bala, and also if it's in conjunction, or if it's the Saturn is aspecting here, or the Mars is here, or even the Mars is aspecting 8th house from here, or the Mars can be here. Okay, Saturn here, and also Saturn if it's in Kendra, because Saturn aspect 10th. Okay, 3, 7 and 10th. So all these things, Rahu conjunction, Rahu aspect, so all these things will nullify this dosha, and it will not affect his education, thinking ability, intellectual, all these things. Thank you.